welcome back. Welcome to Learning Trade. Today I want to teach you guys or introduce you guys to a very interesting Pmms concept. That means printing money making machine concept, system, or strategy. Now this is on gold and is quite mind blowing. Like it gives you the deep insight on how to trade gold. Very easy, direct. You don't need to start doing all too much of analysis. As you know, PMMS is quite straightforward, just to the um to the point. Same thing with it. So I've been working on this strategy for a long time now, and I've been testing it and back testing it. I'm making sure it is 100% ready for you guys. Now, the strategy has been back tested and it has been proven, and I've also even used it to pass a proof from recently, and most of my students are also using it now. Now, as you can see, it's also direct. The main point is getting the Asian range, just as all the PMMS has always been. The Asian range is our go-to um, alignment in order to use for that whole day. So as you can see, I picked just last week. So last week trade is what I want to show you guys for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Today's date is Sunday on the 14th of December 2025. So I'll be showing you guys from on Friday, that's last week Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, and Monday. As you can see, we have the whole week here on the screen. If you go from a Monday, if you can see this is a Monday trade. Now, what I want you to know is take a note of your Asian range. As you can see, market took the Asian high first. So the Asian high will be around here, sorry. So as you can see, market took the Asian high first, right? So this is the Asian range. Market took the Asian high, then went to the Asian low. On Tuesday, market took the Asian low first, then went to the Asian high. This is what will give you your direction. What direction did market take first? So on Monday, it took the high, so you're going for a sell to target the Asian range low. On Tuesday, it took the low. You're going for a buy to target the Asian high. Simple. Then on Wednesday, the same thing. It took the low. Then you're looking for a buy into an higher time frame PDRA to what? Target the top. Same thing on Thursday. It took the low first. You're going for a buy targeting the high. Then on Friday, it took the high first, right? Can you see? Went into an higher time frame PDRA. I have this here, these three line. This is your MNS arrow. I'll be introducing you guys to that new strategy. So it's a Malaysian support and resistance strategy. That's also been helping me to improve in my win rates. You know, our goal here is to improve with time and to increase our win rate in order to take efficient trade and in order to be able to pass profit seamlessly without stress. So the Malaysian support and resistance strategy will be coming out soon. It's a strategy that I've been working on, but I've been mixing it with ICT to increase my win rate. As you can see, it got through that high, so it took the Asian high first, then straight up to the Asian low. So on Monday and Friday, you're going to be selling because it took the Asian high. Then on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, you're going to be buying because it took the Asian low first. That's quite direct, but I'll be giving you guys the time frame. So let's go in on here. Let's zoom in on here, like on Monday. Let's zoom in. So you're going to see how due time frame works and everything. I'll be giving you guys the time frame alignment. So as you can see, this low here is on Thursday low. So I had my highs there. This last week Thursday low. I had my highs there because there was quite a quick clean trend line. So I had my highs there after price broke it here. I had my highs there targeted from this day. So but that was not the straw that I used to take a sell trade. It was after I took the Asian high. Now, after I take the Asian high, you wait for something. If you want to you want to denote your Asian range first. So your Asian range will start from 18. So when the day starts from 18. So you can see, you look down here. So 18 to midnight. So 18 to midnight. Then you take the high, just like that, and you take the lowest low, which is this. So now you wait for 2 a.m. So you're using 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. Just like what I marked here, 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. That's what these two lines are for. So that's going to be your Q zone, just like a Q zone, where you expect price to start reacting as your analysis to start playing, and that's where you want to find your entry, 2 to 3 a.m. Then, of course, take note of your midnight open. Very important. Very important. So my midnight open was here. So you know the law, the judo swing rule. You have to sell above the opening price. This is the opening price. So the midnight candle, just this is it. So we're gonna another here is a sell. So we're gonna put it above here. So this is the opening price. So you can denote it as opening. So as you can see that I've denoted that as opening price. Then you want to make sure you are selling above the open when price takes the Asian high first. Then you know you're targeting the Asian low. Another thing you want to take note of is trend line liquidity. So where is liquidity being induced, or where is liquidity being engineered in the market before the 2 o'clock open? And you can see liquidity has always been, you want to use your trend line to do that. You can see it's a very clean trend line. So I told you want to have at least 3 touch. So we have 1, 2, we have a lot of touches here, then on 3. Then you can see market broke it, but before that, your 2 o'clock is already reached. So you want to wait for a break. You understand? Then you can jump in 3 o'clock off again. Then you look for your entry around here. After market to the Asian high, I waited for uh, an inversion fair value gap at the lower time frame, and I jumped in. And I targeted this low first, took in some partials, I think around here, then waited for it to drop. I think it was the next day it got me out from here. But that's it for this trade. But I already took partials because pay the trader, of course. You pay yourself first. But this will give you direct directional bias. You don't have to be thinking of where is market going. Your own is okay, where's which market or which side did market take before the open, or even during the open, which side the market take. If it takes the Asian high first, which this is the Asian high and this is the Asian low. If it takes the Asian high first, you know that it's going for a sell. So you're going to look for a sell above the opening price. To get the opening price, your midnight, the opening price of that, look for a sell there and target. So now you want to have there's 2 Q zone. We have the 2 a.m. and the 3 a.m. That's the range in which you want to look for your your entry. Then if you cannot find your entry there, you can also find another entry here. So another entry was given. So from year to year, if you do your OTE, sorry, let me just clear this. So if you do your OTE, it's quite disturbing. So if you do your OTE from here, you guys know I don't joke with OTE. So as you can see, our market went in back to that level. This is your OTE level, your 0.79 to 0.618. That is your OTE level. So if you do from year to year into that other Q zone, which will be 7 and 8 a.m., 7 and 8 a.m., that's going to be your second entry. So in case you missed the first entry or you were not able to enter, you get another Q zone here and you jump in to your sell targeting your Asian low. Then you can also target the other liquidity, which I was targeting um Thursday lows. This because of this clean low, as I said before. So as you can see, our market just went there straight up, and we made a clean cash there. So this is on Monday. I told you I'm not just going to be cherry picking. I'm picking just what has happened just last week. Today is Sunday, so I'm trying to tell you the trade I took on gold. And you can go on my Telegram group, on my Telegram channel, to find all this live taken there. I drop update on that. So let me delete all this so we can have a clean shot. So now let's go to Tuesday. We have Tuesday. Now as Tuesday, you take your Asian range too. So as you can see, we have what? 18 to what? Midnight. So then you take the high and the low will be around here. So we have the Asian range now. We've denoted that. So you ask yourself, where did it take? It takes the Asian low first. So you know you're targeting a buy, right? Because it's taking the low first. So you're going to be looking for a buy trade to target the high, right? Now, if you look at this very well, it's already take the Thursday low I was anticipating for. So I knew there'll be a nice liquidity there. And I was expecting to see something like that. As you can see, this is an hammer. If you know your candle very well, this is a strong dodgy candle. And when you see a dodgy candle, that is a signal for a reversal might want to occur. But of course, liquidity is there and it has grabbed a lot of liquidity to now go to the top because it has taken the Asian low. You're targeting the Asian high. Now, you want to make sure you are buying below the opening price. So if we're going to be targeting the opening price, really, so you can see I got the opening price there, midnight opening price, put it on the candle, the opening candle. Then you can see I bought below. Then what did I do? I just waited, just normal 2022 ICT mentorship played out here clean. Then your rate, market structure shift, you had it here. There's a clean market structure shift. Then return to OTE. I used OTE. I can remember. I don't joke with OTE. So you can see how market came into that OTE level here, right? Market came into that OTE level, and of course, inversion fair value gap played out because there's a fair value gap here. So just a close above that, you can also jump in and put your stop loss below here, or wait for a proper market structure shift, which is your 2022 mentorship, and you target the low. And again, don't forget your liquidity, your trend line liquidity. I don't do quick trend line again because I've seen how it really helps. You can see there's liquidity here. So, and there's also this liquidity here. Yeah, this was the one I took note of. Yes, this was the one I took note of. You can go find all this on my Telegram channel. I drop it in the morning before analysis. Like before the trade plays out, I drop analysis on what I'm thinking. So you can also ride with me. Then you can see clean buy. Then I was targeting um yesterday's highs, the relative equal highs are left here as my um exits, my take profit point, as you can see. And that is it. That is it for Tuesday. As I said, we'll be walking all through so you can see how this tragedy is quite mind blowing and mind boggling. Like, don't even joke with it. Like, don't play with it. Don't play with it. So let's go on Wednesday. So we're having another trade on Wednesday. Now this Wednesday trade actually played at outside the Q zone, but the Q zone in the sense of the 2 a.m. You can see this plays out in the 2 a.m. on Tuesday. We had it 2 to 3, then 8 to it played out there. But for this, it played out outside. So you can see on Wednesday, we have the Asian range, of course. Then let me move my midnight opening candle. So yep, the opening candle here. Then what? You can see market took the Asian. It took it late outside the kill zone. So I was being skeptical. I was waiting. It was still outside the kill zone. Then in an opening, thinking it was going up, I got stopped out. It was ranging because I entered around here. I guess yes, around here. Then it was ranging. I got stopped out. This is the 9:30 New York Open for the Embrigo Open in the US 30. So I think it has a dope effect. Or we were also having a high impact news on that day. You can check your calendar. So gold was actually reacting to that. So I waited for a clean shift. Took the range from year to year because I was using OTE. So the OTE range of the previous day, you can see that's how I got this OTE level. I don't joke with OTE. I told you if you can use OTE, you're god in this game. So after I got the OTE level, I waited, and that was one of the reasons I entered around there too, because you can see this tap into the OTE. I was thinking it was already going to. I waited for the kill zone, jumped in, and I got stopped out around here. Thinking it was going to keep on going, and I was supposed to have gotten out, yeah, but I was watching it. It came in clear. Then I entered again. I entered again because I haven't reached the the full day risk I used to reach because I have a risk target for a day and I have a profit target for a day. So I reached 0.5 here because it wasn't quite clean, and I reached another 0.5 here of my account to pass the prop firm. You understand? Then after it cleared this low, it put me in. My stop was just below the OT level, and it targeted this clean. Sorry, I was supposed to take an horizontal away, so it just took it here, as you can see. And we have a clean. In the morning, we had this clean one. I was looking at this. Then after it stopped me hard, I was also looking at this. So you can see the trend line liquidity. Don't joke with trend line liquidity. They will bless you a lot. And as I got stopped down and take profit. Just yeah. And that's it for this. That was the trade on Wednesday. But it will always play out. Just see, it took the Asian low and went to the Asian high. If you can just stick to that simple rule, you're going to be blessed. I promise you. Every day on gold is mind bugging, like mind blowing. Then now we have on Thursday, Thursday trade. Same thing happened on Thursday. Let me delete this. I think Thursday had it on. So on Thursday, I used my Malaysian support and resistance here, but I won't be explaining that because I got in here though. Just this tip, I got in here just because of this, but you're not gonna understand that. But the proper entry was this market structure shift, then return. It was an inversion fair value gap entry. But as you can see, you take your Asian range. So we can see this. Let's zoom in more. So first of all, OT of the previous day. I don't joke with OT. So from that low to this high, the OT, that's how I got this OT box here. So I was waiting market to get there, which what it did here. Can you see? And what? We have a clean trend line. A very beautiful one. Very beautiful one. It was below the opening price, which is this. So I was waiting for market. Though I entered here, which that will be the Malaysian support and resistance that I want to introduce you guys. But for here, for you guys, you're going to wait for inversion fair value gap, which occurred here. Then jump in on the opening price, then put my stop loss below. So as you can see, market was just nagging, and whoa, straight to take profit just for that day. That's it. You just hold it. You don't have to panic. You have your um, trend line liquidity. I told you don't joke with trend line. Get your trend line liquidity. It's Trendline liquidity will indicate to you where market is trying to go. You understand? Where if your direction is right. So it's trying to target all this liquidity, all this are sweet liquidity that's targeting, and that's what happened. Yeah. As you can see. So that was on Thursday. Now on Friday, the big one. So on Friday, I was actually expecting a massive drop. A massive drop. I dropped it on my exclusive group. A massive drop on all assets, both US 30, US 100, and US 500 with gold. So, but it happened late, and I was using my Malaysian super resistant. Yeah. So I was expecting a target because this from an higher time frame. I'm gonna show you guys. I don't know. So, but you have your Asian range, of course. So 18 to 20, 18 to midnight. First, your midnight. This is my midnight opening price. Yeah. Got my midnight opening price. Yeah. You understand? Then if you can notice, I took a buy trade here though, and I'm not gonna lie, but it didn't take the Asian low as you can see because this market is supposed to take the Asian low. But I use something called the SMC smart money technique. So if you go check silver, I'm not going to be showing you guys here, but that will be for advanced class. But if you go check silver took the low, so I use that as an SMT directly into this to target the high. But still, I was still expecting a sell to target the low, the sweet relative equal lows, because we have a low here, a low here, a low here, and another new low, which is also the opening price. So I was expecting a nice crash, but I vote the buy. Now I vote the buy, of course, because of this sweet trend line liquidity. You can see this is liquidity, 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 and that's a sweet trend line liquidity. And I knew market we have to clear all those clean liquidity, and it cleared it to the top just before the opening price. So this is me going against my rule because I was trading outside the opening price, but of course I'm also a human being, so sometimes I can slack off. Took the buy and I waited for the opening price expecting a sell, but it didn't give me any setup because I was expecting an inversion fair value gap. But there was no setup. So it continued going up and up and up, and I didn't do anything because I was expecting it to get to this high. Then after it got to this high, I waited for an inversion fair value gap. I think it occurs around here, or it was on the 15-minute time frame, the close, and we have this sweet trend line liquidity. I told you I don't joke with trend line liquidity. You can see this and this. You can see this liquidity. Too much of touches. So I didn't know we were going straight down. So I took a sell around here and target the Asian low. So as you can see, it still obey the Pmms strategy. So Asian high taken. So these are the high. So we're going to denote the high as from here to like here. Asian high taking, then targeting the low, right? It's just giving you a more like road to dance with. And that's where we have the drop directly to the opening price, and that's it. Just the high and the low. So how did I get this? I'll be teaching you guys later, but not now. This will be later the eye of it. But I hope you can understand. And of course, I also obey the judo swing. I was selling above the opening price because this is the opening price. Yeah, that's the opening price. We have the kill zones, and what again? I think that's all. That's all. This works every day on gold. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Involve it with your OT. You can see OT. I use OT on Tuesday and I use OT on Wednesday. Those are the two. Sorry, on Wednesday and on Thursday. You see clean setup on those days from Tuesday to Thursday. As you can see, this is a clean setup. This one was also an OT, but from year to year. I think the OT was around here. Then from year to year was this OT. Then from year to year was this OT. And that's it. So Monday played out, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. It took the Asian high, went to the low. Took the Asian low, went to the high. Took the Asian low, went to the high. Took the Asian low first, went to the high. Took the Asian high, went to the low. That's it. As simple, as direct as that. You can chat me up. You can message me on Telegram. You can message me on WhatsApp. And I think that's all. Take care for